The LPGA Tour has a growing number of gifted youngsters on its leaderboards, but one of the most talented is Jessica Korda. The 22-year-old has claimed 3 wins and more than $2 million in her 4-year career so far. We caught up with her to discuss her 2014 season.
It was pretty good. Having 2 wins is obviously great, but you know, the downside of that was that I wasn't very consistent. Which is something that I was looking to do this year and kind of change that a little bit. It's a tough balance because you want to be aggressive, you want to win, but sometimes you know there's a downside to that, and it's missing cuts and just not having it every week. So I think that was one of the biggest things that I really wanted to change, and obviously continue to win.
Jessica played 23 events last year, missing 5 cuts and finishing outside the top 25 9 times. But she also had 5 top 10s, including those 2 wins.
This is my 5th year on tour, and so I'm still learning kind of how to balance that out. Everybody has a different kind of recipe, and it's tough. I mean, you know, you really want to win and you really want to be aggressive, but you also need to figure out that consistency, and whether that's coming from your swing, whether that's coming from, you know, outside being in the gym, and it's just a mixture of things that really need to come together.
Jessica feels her wins at the Pure Silk Bahamas and the Mobile Bay LPGA Classic were pretty similar, as she went through the same range of emotions in the final rounds before coming out on top.
I think both of the wins, I kind of came back from behind. You know, I wasn't in the final group, and I wasn't really making too many putts on the front 9. I kept giving myself a ton of opportunities, and I was getting really frustrated with not being able to make putts. And you know, my caddy would always say, you know, be patient, you know, they're gonna start falling, and you know, they really did. Like, there's just 1 or 2 instances where he'd be like, yeah, all right, come on, that was right in the center, and you felt good about it. And then after that, you kind of started seeing the lines, and I would say the back 9 is where I really started making my charge.
Jessica feels the key to winning further trophies is in her head.
I think golf is, you know, 90% mental. You have to stay positive, you have to stay hungry, you know, you start thinking negatively, and it's tough. It's a tough game. It's tough to be positive all the time. It's tough to, you know, not get angry and stuff like that, but you really just need to step back and realize what you're doing, where you are, and just take it for what it is.
Switching off is important too, though, and an occasional cheeky tweet can help with that.
I was in Japan and I was playing with IK Kim on Monday, and we were, I don't know, on the back 9, and she was like, yeah, Taylor Swift flew in with me last night, and I was like, what? She's here? I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then as time went on, I was like, I should tweet at her. So I just tweeted like something along the lines of, I'm in Japan, Taylor Swift is in Japan, this needs to happen. And she replied. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Our agents kind of took over, and obviously her being with IMG helps, and I got backstage passes, and it was a rush because it was a Wednesday after my Pro-Am. We got there at 5:15 and the meet and greet was at 5:30. I was sweating, I was so nervous, but I walked in there, and like her dad was so awesome, and she spent about 20 minutes with us, and then her mom gave us a backstage kind of tour, which it was really, really cool, and you appreciate it a lot more because you see what goes into it and the production of it, and honestly, if anybody has the opportunity to go, you have to go. It was top-notch, really.